Namaste and welcome to another episode of Dharma Dialogues. Today we will talk about balkanized India becoming a nuclearized nightmare for the world. The year is 2075. India, the world's largest democracy in the 21st century, no longer exists. What was once a proud, rising nation of over 1.4 billion people has been shattered into a dozen warring states, and Hindus, who once made up over 80% of India's population, are now just 350 million, a concerned community crammed into a small, landlocked patch of land called the Republic of Hindustan, fighting for survival. The rest of the subcontinent, controlled by radical regimes, armed with nukes, rage, and a mission to wipe out the last traces of Hindu civilization. It started with bombs. Last December, a dozen coordinated terror attacks ripped through the Republic of Hindustan. Markets, military bases, commuter trains, hundreds were killed, thousands injured. The perpetrators, the Islamic Federation of Hindustan, a massive Islamist theocracy that emerged after India broke apart. Built from the ashes of old Pakistan in northern India, it's now the largest power in the region and most dangerous. Armed with weapons looted from abandoned Indian bases, its terror groups strike deep into Hindu territory, and yet Hindustan can't strike back. It's too weak. The world watches in silence again. But bombs were not the biggest problem. While Hindustan mourned its death, something far more terrifying was happening in the east. The Dravidian Confederation, a new anti-Hindu community made up of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, secretly agreed to sell nuclear weapons to Greater Bangladesh. Yes, Bangladesh, now 5 times its original size, after swallowing Assam, Tripura, West Bengal, Bihar and Orissa, now renamed the Islamic Republic of Greater Bangladesh. Their goal, not just expansion, but to create a Muslim corridor stretching from Myanmar to Kabul. This was never a secret. Islamists have spoken about this since the 1930s, and now in 2075, they're terrifyingly close to pulling it off. US intelligence intercepted the nuclear transfer plans. A container ship from the Dravidian Confederation was heading out from Chennai with a cargo of nuclear warheads. Bangladeshi Navy ships were approaching to take delivery, but they weren't alone. Navies from the US, France, Russia, Saudi Arabia and the UAE rushed to intercept, and then China got involved. It sent a massive war fleet from the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which it had seized years earlier from a collapsing India. In the panic, the Dravidian captain dumped the nukes into the ocean, but that did not stop the fighting. Bangladesh fired on the Americans, the US Navy struck back, sinking several ships. China's submarines surfaced. The world held its breath. War was just one misfire away. And now, a dozen nuclear bombs sit quietly at the bottom of one of the world's most busiest shipping lanes. Welcome to the new nuclear neighborhood, Islamic Federation, 400 warheads, the Dravidian Confederation, 100 plus warheads and full navy control, the Republic of Hindustan, 250 nukes and no allies, Greater Bangladesh, desperate to join the nuclear club. To make matters worse, terror groups Taliban, Lashkar-e-Taiba, Hizbul Mujahideen are now in the market for nukes, and they are finding sellers. Jihadi groups are striking deals with rogue generals. In Malabaristan, the Islamist state carved out of Kerala, a militia-led government has openly threatened to bomb the Ram Mandir in India. The old global order that controlled nuclear weapons is collapsing. Compact nukes are being smuggled. SBI surveillance found that terror groups are plotting to smuggle nuclear weapons into New York, Paris, and London. And if that demands aren't met, they plan to detonate them. All this chaos is feeding one big dream: an Islamic caliphate. The Islamic Federation is rallying Muslim nations for an Islamic NATO. The Arab world is divided, but radicals are listening. Even China is nervous. Uyghur separatists, emboldened by the rise of Islamist power in the subcontinent, are pushing back, asking for help from this new Islamist superpower. Beijing, which once backed the breakup of India, is now facing the monsters it helped create. Before the breakup, India was a trusted partner of the US, Japan, and Europe. Today, the Republic of Hindustan is landlocked, alone, and unwanted. Its no first use nuclear policy is gone. The new countries are ideological, aggressive, unpredictable. No one trusts anyone. International treaties dead. The UN helpless. Global diplomacy on life support. What happened to India was not a surprise. It was a slow, ignored collapse, fueled by appeasement of extremism, uncontrolled immigration, political cowardice, and the foolish belief that all religions are the same. Now, Hindu civilization is in retreat, and a nuclear firestorm is on the horizon. And this isn't just India's tragedy. This is a warning to the world. If you let your civilization crumble from within, if you tolerate the intolerant, if you ignore the history, you do not get peace, you get 2075. But the worst may be yet to come, because while nuclear nightmare only threatens land and life, the war on women threatens to destroy the very soul of civilization. Coming up next, what happens when woke ideology embraces the hijab and ends up enforcing it with lashes? When the daughters of Bharat, once CEOs, scientists, and soldiers, are locked behind the veils in silence. From Sharia law in Delhi to Taliban-style Khalistan, from chaos in the south to the last flicker of freedom in the Republic of Hindustan. Episode 8, Fate of Women in Balkanized India, is a chilling look at what happens if you mistake oppression for culture and trade liberty for political correctness. Don't miss it. This one will shake you.